Hello again, everyone. My name is Tammy, known as My Destiny Knits on Ravelry, Instagram, and I believe Facebook. I have a My Destiny Knits page. I don't use it quite often, but this is my personal life. Things I've been going through, things I want to talk about, all kinds of stuff. So, my life lately. Coffee. I'm in a program at Expression La Salle where you can talk about sexual abuse and other stuff too, but right now I'm working on sexual abuse because it has a great impact on my life. I was abused by quite a few people. I won't name names, but family members and babysitters. It's hard to deal with and hard to forget. Everybody says, oh, just forget about it, it's in the past. Yeah, it might be easy for you guys to forget about it, but you know how hard it is to forget when you can smell, when you can still smell the scents, you can still feel it, you can still taste it, you can still you sense it. It takes over your life sometimes, and there's no way to say, I can forget about it. There'll be some times where it'll slip my mind a little bit because I'm like knitting or reading or stuff like that, but it's like constantly with me. It never wants to go away. It's like it wants to just take over my life. I'm trying not to let it. That's why I'm going to therapy, and I'm also in woodwork at the moment where I can make, as you can see right behind you, there's a spice rack. I made that with my own two hands. I cut the wood and I sanded it and glued it together and everything. It's all made by me. The teacher helped a little, you know, like make sure that I put it in place and little this and little that, you know, but I pretty much did it on my own. It helps me to get things off my mind when it's hard to go, you know, like it's just hard to say sometimes, you know, like sometimes I just want to be with Robert, and who's my husband, and you know, have a day without having to think about something from my past or a certain word that just irritates me, or men who look at teenagers and think that they just look at them like they're their next ticket or their next meal, or like they're the best candy in the world, and that really, like, that makes me so mad. That is one of the main things that bothers me is older men looking at young kids. You know, there's no reason for them to be staring at them like that. Like, don't they understand that they're too young? They might be beautiful and everything, but they don't have to stare at them, you know. I'm trying to keep calm and collective, and, you know, I want to tell you about my life, but these are things that I'm going through, like, every day, you know, and sometimes there's movies that have that stuff in it too, and it really gets my goat. And I've been reading a book. I'm not that very far in it because I just started. I got it from the library 3 days ago. It is called The Courage to Heal. A Guide for Women Survivors of Child Sexual Abuse, by Ellen Boss and Lorna Davis. I am on page 72 at the moment, and this is the stage of emergency stage. So far, what I've read about it, it seems, well, I've been reading it. I read the introduction and the acknowledgement, so that's probably why I haven't gotten further in the book. But I believe Ellen Bass and Laura Davis, they have their own center where women who are suffering from child sexual abuse and wanting to come out with it to try to heal themselves, they go around speaking with women all over the world and telling their stories if they let them tell their stories. And I would like to talk about my stories too, what I went through, but it's kind of hard because I don't really want to be mentioning any names here on my life, but it's kind of like taken over my life, and I have trouble having intimacy with Robert because of it. I have trouble going out on the subways and walking down the streets. I'm paranoid. I'm always looking behind me to see if anybody's following me or if people are walking behind us, and I'm walking with Robert hand in hand down the street. I turn around and move to the side so they can pass ahead of us, because I don't like anybody walking behind me. I get anxiety attacks, like big time. I'm on depression pills because I'm always have thoughts of suicide in my head too, because things aren't going right in my life, but I've been trying really hard to stop thinking about it and that. So one time we were behind on our rent and that, and the janitor came in and told me that the landlord wanted to take us to court because we were behind in rent by $300. But the reason why we were behind in rent is because we wanted to get our 2 baby kittens fixed, Salem and Chevy. And when she came in here and was telling me that the landlord wanted to take me to court, my husband and his friend Michael had left, and I was feeling overwhelmed, overpowered over everything, and I tried cutting myself. I don't know if you can see the scars, but it's healed up, and I felt bad after I did it, like I did something wrong and everything, and I told my husband about it, and I told my friend about it, and they're giving me some support that I need and everything, and I haven't hurt myself since. And I hadn't hurt myself in a long time also. Like, I put myself down all the time, but I haven't hurt myself physically in quite a few years. This here was Salem. I was playing with him, and he got a little too excited, and he caught my finger with his claw. So that kind of like, it's going to take a little bit of time to heal, because he got me pretty good. What else do I want to talk about? In in the Expresión Lasal that I go to, we do like all kinds of art, and I have a picture that I've done. Like the teacher would say, okay, what colors do you feel when you have like anger, sadness, like all confusion and this and that. And I ended up doing this one where I think it's like a brown that I took with a little bit of other colors. I don't exactly remember what colors I did to get it, but I ended up, it was finger painting, so you kind of like just do what you wish with it. And in the picture it ended up being like, it just looks like a paint splot, you know, but in the picture I saw an angel, a serpent, and a butterfly. And I can't remember which one it was, but I want to frame that one because I don't know, it just like called to me. It's like it feels like what I have, you know, like how I feel. An angel, serpent, and butterfly. I love butterflies. I find they're beautiful. An angel, well, there's got to be one watching down on me, and everybody calls me an angel, but I don't see it. And the serpent, well, the serpent, all bad things happen, you know, well, not that snakes are bad or anything, but in all kinds of stuff, the serpent is a bad thing. So it's like the good, the bad, the beautiful, you know. And I just want to say to you all out there, you know, like, hang in there. And if you need to talk about something, you know, talk about it, because if you don't, it's just going to keep bottling up inside. Like, I'm not even halfway through being healed or anything, because I've got many years of abuse to talk about. And right now we are at when I was a kid, so I got a lot to go through. What's been happening in my life lately, I haven't done a video in God knows how long. I had a fight with my mom, a pretty big one. We didn't talk for about a week or so, and I yelled at her and told her that I didn't like the way I was being treated, or my husband, and this and that. And I kind of got fed up of being put down all the time, and her putting my husband down and everything. And I just had to speak up for myself, because I've been holding everything back for so long and not letting everybody step all over me, and I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired of everybody stepping all over me and me feeling down and that I did something wrong, and I don't want to feel like that anymore. I want to be able to stand up for myself and say what I feel, you know. If somebody's hurting me, I need to tell them, because if I don't, who will? You know, who's gonna help me get stronger if I don't help myself? That sounds so selfish, doesn't it? I'm sorry, I'm just looking for a lighter. I'll be back in just a minute. Sorry about that. There was one sitting right there. What else has been going on? Christmas went pretty good. I'd like to say to Amy Gibson, thank you very much. I love the card you sent me. It was beautiful, little penguins on it. I got, I don't know, I think I might have done my video for Christmas. I don't remember. I can't remember. What else has been going on? I've been seeing my psychiatrist. And I think the reason why I ended up talking about, had an argument with my mom, is because I just came from seeing my psychiatrist and she was telling me that I have to, I don't need to take, in other words, crap from anybody, so to stand up for myself. And I guess I just said, I guess I just finally stood up. I don't know how long it's going to last or whatnot, but so far everything's going pretty good. It's my mom and dad's birthday on the 1st and 2nd of March. So I'm going to plan something for them. I found out that I have a lump on my right ovary the size of a toonie, but it's not cancerous, but it gives me pain. I have a broken rib right here that's still trying to heal from last June. I'm going to go see my doctor on the 13th of March, so I have to go have a blood test done and some other tests done and that, so health issues, you know, because I'm diabetic, I'm anemic, I have high cholesterol, but that seems to be going pretty good right now. I'm on hormone pills because my periods are like so heavy that the gynecologist put me on pills to stop my periods, in other words. And I'm kind of going through like premenopause, which is hot flashes. Like right now I'm freezing because my window's open, but before I was so hot I couldn't handle the heat, you know. What else? I'll make a video of, or take pictures of all the art that I have done in my woodwork, my artwork that I done at the Expresión La Sal, and some that I done when I was in the Wellington Center. Robert and I were in an art class, but we're no longer in it. And the teacher wasn't really helping us. She kind of said, here's the supplies, do what you want, you know, and I wanted to learn new techniques and stuff and this and that, and she doesn't really do anything with the class, so she just sits at her desk and gets up once during the thing to find out how, she goes to all the tables, how everybody's doing, and that's pretty much about it. And at least in Expresión La Sal, I'm able to, they give you, like, it's constructed, like, today you're going to work on anger, today you're going to work on who was your role model when you were growing up, or, like, they give you a structure on how to, excuse me, how to, on how to, you know, like, you have something. I need structure. I need to be told okay, this is what we're working on today. It's part of my OCD, and it, it, I have big time OCD too. I went like 2 weeks without talking to anybody or having anybody come visit me or anything, because I just wanted to get my house set up. And I went through the closets, I went through the bureaus, I went through boxes that we still hadn't unpacked from when we first moved here, and like I just wanted to get everything done, and I didn't want to be bothered by anybody. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. I missed art class. I missed woodwork. I needed to get it done. And now that it's all done, I feel better. We got rid of a lot of stuff that we didn't need, and I ended up breaking my false teeth. See? And some days are good, some days are bad. I go off topic a lot. Like, I'll be talking about one thing and then I'll go completely to another and then figure out, oh God, what was I talking about? Because I can't remember. But yeah, just try and hold on. Take it day by day. That's what I'm trying to do, day by day. They say things will get better. Well, let's hope they're right about that. I know the day by day thing because I tell everybody that. Take it day by day. And try and deal with what's in front of you, or try not to think in the past. Yeah, okay, try not to think in the past, but it's hard when it's like constantly with you, you know. I just wanted everybody to know that I'm okay, and I'll try and get a better structure of my life next time, like get everything in order. I didn't have a cell phone to use for the past couple of months because I didn't know that I can use this one this way, which my other cell phone, I gave it to my son because he needed a cell phone, and I found this one when I was going through my stuff, and I was trying to figure out how I can use it to record, but it doesn't flip to the other side, so you can't see yourself, so I'm pretty much staring at a light right now. So now that I know it works, I'm going to try my best to make as many videos as I can, and have a better structured one for next time. So take care, everyone, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.